Tom, the only movie star who's resisted the cult of superhero movies. Because you know, one at a time comes a smash hit full of real planes, real sets,
Why does his voice
and
sound...
real action. He may have really started a war at the end there. Guy takes his craft that seriously. Top Gun.
His voice kind of sounds like the old voice from
Tom Cruise
the older
returns
ones.
in his iconic role as Maverick for a film about how Maverick may be old.
The future is coming, and you're not in it.
But Maverick won't go down that easy.
This kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir, but not today.
Because Maverick refuses to die, no matter how many dumb stunts Mav pulls for Mission Impossible, or the Navy, or whatever. Teachers have been telling us their jobs are hard for years, but now a blockbuster will make their complaints look interesting. Watch Maverick have to teach the next generation of full-grown adults who go by their gamer tags.
Phoenix!
That's right.
Hangman. Payback. Fanboy.
To forget going by the book. Forget playing by the rules.
It's dogfight football. Offense and defense at the same time.
And you know what? Just forget thinking entirely. Life's easier that way.
Don't think, just do.
Don't think, just do. Don't think, just do. Don't think, just do.
What the hell were you even thinking?
You told me not to think.
As he teaches his students the most important lesson of all. If you ever get in big trouble, call your boss's boss to yell at them.
You get yourself in trouble, Iceman makes a call, and you're back in the air.
For reasons known only to the Almighty and your guardian angel, you've been called back to Top Gun.
Thank you for your service, Daddy. Speaking of nepotism, Maverick will take Goose's son Rooster under his wing. He's determined to follow in his father's footsteps and entire face. But first, he must let go of blaming Maverick for his father's death. And Maverick must make Lieutenant Rooster less of a cock.
Increase to 500 knots. Negative, Yale. Hold your speed.
Rooster, we're late. We're 20 seconds behind and drop it.
Come on, Rooster, you got him. Drop down and take the shot. Too late. You had your chance. Damn it.
Yeah, Rooster is a pretty lame call sign, but it's still miles better than Bradley Bradshaw. Mav, Brad, and the rest of the gang have just 3 weeks to pull off mission extremely difficult.
Your target is an impact point less than 3 meters wide between two mountains. Assuming you avoid crashing into this mountain, you'll climb straight up into enemy radar while losing all of your airspeed.
To the point where using killer drones seems like the more humane choice. Yikes. But if you want to end your movie with a high-stakes dogfight, you can't go wrong with watching pilots zoom through a canyon trench, staying low under the enemy guns and aircraft, launching a precision-guided missile down the ventilation shaft of an enemy doomsday weapon without the use of their targeting system, and surviving thanks to the last-second intervention of a cocky bad boy, even though all they really did was kick off a much bigger conflict. In the next one, they'll reveal a MiG-29 was secretly Maverick's father. Yes! Enjoy the rare legacy sequel that actually works by weaving callbacks and characters into the story instead of forcing in cameos and references. Wait, you can do that? Like Maverick buzzing the tower to save the jobs of his colleagues. Bringing back Iceman, but evolving their relationship. And the return of Kelly McGillis. No, and the return of Meg Ryan's photograph. Because, ew, the love interest actually aged in the last 36 years.
Oh my God.
Instead of whatever it is Tom Cruise does to spit in the face of death. Let's just pretend that one line about the Admiral's daughter is Jennifer Connelly now.
Penny?
Phew, that was close. Almost considered my own mortality for a sec. So strap in for the ultimate Jets Go Vroom spectacle.
A whole lot of that. It was great.
That's been called out by the woke mob for being blatant military propaganda. But they are just butthurt, because America is number one. We do nothing wrong, and we have no problems whatsoever. Now where's the recruiting booth? I want to play some topless beach football. U.S. abs, U.S. abs, U.S. abs. Starring Captain America, the Sprinter Soldier.
He had a lot of that in here still.
My name is Bradley Bradshaw. I killed my father. Prepare to fly. Hulk smashed. D.C.K. Still Pullman. Phoenix Flight. Ace Aviator. Lawrence of Arabia. Sad Mardigan. Depression is caused by the souls of dead aliens. Admiral Akbar. Dick Seaman. when they open the movie with Danger Zone. When they don't play Take My Breath Away.
Damn.
And G4 sing Out a Big Dog.
There was a lot of that happening, yes. They helped you feel like you were there experiencing it with them. Not the dumps, the flights.
Hot Shots, Park Cruise.
Park Cruise.
People wasted all this time arguing over what country they bombed when the real enemy was right in front of us the whole time. Birds.
Bird strike! Bird strike!
Uh-oh. Snapping back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Mom's spaghetti.
Okay.
It's my money, and I need it now.
It is.
Wonder Boy, what is the secret of your power? I made a milkshake, and all the boys showed up in my yard.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I got a frickin' Tom Cruise movie to pitch you. Oh, does he run? No, actually, his character in this one mostly just sits at a desk, so, you know, no running, unfortunately. Oh. I'm just messing with you. A couple of good cruise sprints for sure.
For sure.
I was gonna ask you to get the hell out of here and put a hit on you. What? What's this movie? Tell me about it. Well, I was thinking we make another Top Gun movie. That's a movie people have heard of. It sure is,
Yeah,
sir. So after we copy-paste the original intro, we're gonna get right into this bad boy. Oh, getting into this bad boy is tight. All right, and so Maverick is a test pilot now, and he's working on this jet trying to get it to go to Mach 10. Okay, and this admiral wants to shut the program down, so Mav gets in a jet before he issues the order and frickin' does it. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And so this admiral guy is like, well, he's got balls, I'll give him that much. That's a fantastic compliment. I say that all the time. You know, people next to me at urinals. What? Don't do that. Oh, okay, my bad. Anyway, then Mav gets a little cocky and pushes this thing even further, and it freaking disintegrates in midair. Oh my God, so he dies? No, he's fine. How'd he survive a midair disintegration at over Mach 10? Well, we're gonna cut away. Oh, I understand. Yeah, characters can survive pretty much anything if you don't show how they did it. That's very true. So then Mav gets back, and obviously he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I mean, he just destroyed a multi-million-dollar aircraft. It's gonna be hard for him to stay in the Navy after that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Iceman from the first movie, he's a high-ranking commander now, so he steps in right at the nick of time to be like, actually, here's a job. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, so it turns out some bad guys are building an unsanctioned uranium equipment plant, so Mav has to go back to Top Gun and train some pilots. Who are the bad guys? Oh, it's this bad country, sir. Very bad. Okay, which one? One of the bad ones, that's for sure. Not good at all, this country. What's it called? Listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about what country this is, okay? Right? Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. Probably best to not get specific anyway. Yeah, because Twitter exists now, all right? Let's just not go there. Pretty smart. So why doesn't the Navy just blow this place up with drones? Right. Well, see, there's like GPS blocking and surface-to-air missiles and blind spots. Just the exact circumstances we need to make the movie happen, okay? So just go with it. Okay, I will. And this freaking target's at the end of this big canyon, and to hit it, they gotta hit this super precise exhaust port. Oh, they gotta do a Star Wars. It's not a Star Wars, sir. It's just some pilots flying through tight spaces trying to blow up an evil base by hitting a very precise target in an exhaust port. That's a Star Wars. No, it's not. It's just this movie where one of the best pilots is this kid that Mav is gonna mentor, and he's actually the son of someone he used to fight with back in the day. This is a Star Wars. Hey, shut up. So basically, Mav has a couple of weeks to train these pilots to do a Star Wars. Nope. Dang it. Anyway, so then he goes to talk to them in front of this building-sized American flag that they have set up in case someone needs to be inspired. Sure. And then at the podium, Maverick does that cool teacher thing, you know, where he's like, hey, you know the rule book? Just toss it in the trash. And then he tosses it in the trash. Did they put a trash can next to the podium just in case he wanted to dramatically throw something into it? Yeah, or maybe he specifically requested it. Who's to say? So anyway, then he's going to start training these pilots, but he's having a hard time with Rooster, who's the son of his friend damn goose that died in the first movie. He died in the first movie? Yeah, that's literally what I just said. So anyway, Rooster's not only mad at Mav about the death of his father, but also because Mav messed with his papers at the request of his mom and took a couple years off his career. Yikes. And also sometimes Maverick is gonna kiss Jennifer Connelly,
4 years?
so we'll try to connect that to the first movie in some way. Oh, good for him. Anyway, so eventually Mav is having a real hard time making these pilots work as a team, so you know what he's gonna do? Sweaty shirtless beach volleyball like in the original? No, sir, come on, this is its own movie, okay? It's gonna be sweaty, shirtless beach football. That is slightly different. But then Iceman is gonna die. During the football game? No, off screen because he was sick, but that means that Mav no longer has his protector, so he gets fired and the Vice Admiral changes the mission parameters. Oh no. But then to prove that the mission can actually be done, he steals a jet and flies it perfectly. They don't have any security around those things? Nope. Okay, so they go on to this mission, which seems impossible. I feel like I'm having deja vu. So they're flying, and it's very exciting and nerve-wracking, and people watching are gonna have toned glutes. What? Toned glutes? From clenching their butt cheeks. Oh, gotcha. And Rooster's kind of having a hard time, but then he kind of lets go and taps into something inside himself. The Force? It's not Star Wars, sir. And so then they manage to do the 1,000,001 shots, and Rooster does it without even using his targeting system. What was that? That was Chewbacca celebrating. Oh my God. So anyway, then they get out of there and they get into a freaking dogfight with enemy jets. And Mav is gonna get shot down, and then Rooster's gonna save him, but also get shot down. And so getting shot down's not a big deal, I guess. Not for the good guys, sir, but for the bad guys, it's always lethal. So then Rooster and Mav sneak onto this enemy base, and it just so happens there's an operational F-14 Tomcat, which is the jet he flew in the first movie. Oh, we're going full nostalgia coincidence. Sure are, sir. So then they get into another dogfight, and they manage to survive, and then everybody's super happy for them. Very fun. Were those war crimes, though? I don't know, but everybody's super happy for them. Amazing. So what do you think? Well, you know what? I think it might be refreshing for people to have this kind of classic summer blockbuster again, No superheroes, no over-the-top CGI, no sky beams, just a good original movie, Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Although it is a sequel to a super popular movie. Well, yeah, we need some safety net for this to be successful.
Some safety net, something. Again, both videos talked about how this was very much comparable to Star Wars. It is, but it's very fun to watch, okay? I actually wish I saw it in theaters. I missed out. It was in theaters for 4 months, like they just said, a little bit longer than that. But I missed out. I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it last night, actually, with my family. And that was actually a really fun experience because I got to see kind of how my wife was experiencing it. My daughter, she was really excited to see it. My son, we were into it. And it's a fun movie. No superheroes, no superpowers, no skybeam like Ryan says here, or a producer guy. And yes, it's a sequel to a very popular movie, a movie that I haven't seen in years and years and years. I remember most of it, but it's it's just because a lot of it is iconic for an 80s film. But here it's they build on all those things and do it in a really good way. A good way where it speaks to the nostalgia, but it tries to do some of its own stuff, even though the Jennifer Connelly stuff could have been taken out completely and it wouldn't have affected the movie really at all for me. But I feel like Maverick had a lot going on already that we didn't really need that aspect of the movie that much. But that's more of just the 80s of the movie, having that relationship there, which is, it's fine. Even a lot of her walking away and the way she leans on a car, it's very 80s, old school. You wouldn't really see it like that today when it comes to a relationship. At least I don't think you would. But even the way it's filmed is very 80s. The intro in the beginning, fun, danger zone. Always great to have that. At first, I was like, how did this make $1 billion? I'm watching it. I'm like, this is just, it's just a straight action film, but it's to a very popular movie. So it makes sense. But the action is where it really shines. The action is fantastic in this movie. A lot of the stakes are great. I like how no one actually dies. Spoiler alert. Nobody actually dies as far as the pilots. No one dies. But the stakes are so high and you're rooting for everybody in such a way that they kind of feed into it a little bit, but no one actually dies. And I think that was actually awesome. I thought one of the black guys were going to die because I think Coyote was behind Rooster at one point. He's going slow, and I'm like, oh crap, something's going to happen. Somebody's going to make a mistake, and he's going to die. And it didn't happen. It was close, very close. But yeah, no pilots actually died in this one. So it was a great flick. Really fun movie. I enjoyed it. Want to watch it again. I had a lot of fun with this one. But this pitch meeting was top tier. This was a hilarious pitch meeting. Just the comparisons between both this and the Oz trailer to Star Wars were hilarious. But I like how the pitch meeting went into it even more with the Star Wars comparisons, especially towards the end. And so it was just the Force, the Chewbacca. It was great. So hilarious pitch meeting for me. Both are very funny, but the pitch meeting, again, takes it from me. I know you guys say I'm biased. I get it. But it's just the way the pitch meeting can go at it. I really enjoy it. Love honest trailers too, though. But the pitch meeting was just funnier. Let me know your favorite part in the comments below. Which video do you choose? Pitch meeting or honest trailer? Let's talk about it. If you're a member, subscriber, or a watcher, I appreciate you all for the support. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, and hit that like button. Helps out the channel in a big, big way. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for laughing with me, and I will see you as always on the next video. Take care.